All right, we got a speed clean dryer. It's calling for no heat. I'm not a big fan of wearing dirty underwear, so let's get this fixed. First thing we're gonna do, we gotta verify we got 240 volts. All right, we're gonna pull our plug out just enough. Now this doesn't have to be perfectly 240, but we're looking for 235, 230, yeah. All right, we know we got the voltage we need to run it, 235 volts. So that part, good. The next thing we're gonna do is take off this access panel, a couple of 5/16 bolts, get that taken care of. And it's filthy in there. Check out this little handheld vacuum I got. Let's see how this works. I cannot stand working with dirty shit. Extra filter, charging cord, tiny little shit like this, couple brushes and brooms. This thing's perfect for small detail work, working on your car, fixing your vacuum or fixing your dryer so you got clean underwear. Let's get this thing fixed though. All right, we're gonna remove the console and we're gonna check the timer. We're using a T20 bit and we're gonna check for continuity. We're going to set our multimeter to continuity, which looks like the sideways Wi-Fi symbol. We're going to check for continuity on the timing motor, terminal L2 to terminal H. Continuity. Continuity, so it's not the fabric selector switch. All right, we're going to do it for the deep dive now. We've removed the cover. We're about ready to take out the bulkhead. We had to disconnect these wires. If you're doing this, I recommend taking a picture of these wires. Remember where they're at. All right, the next thing we're going to check is the cycling thermostat. We're going to remove these two outside wires. If there's no continuity, then the cycling thermostat needs to be replaced. We're going to use that multimeter again. Got continuity? It's not the cycling thermostat. Let's keep moving. All right, drums removed. We're going after the high limit thermostat. We're going to do one last cleaning. I don't do this just because I like working on clean stuff. Dryer fires are one of the #1 fires in homes. All right, next we're going after the high limit thermostat. All we got to do is remove one wire. Again, we're going to test for continuity. We're going to remove this jumper wire. See if we got continuity. And we do have continuity, so it's not the high limit thermostat. The next test we're going to do is basically in the same spot. It's going to be the thermal fuse. We're going to check that for continuity as well. All right, we got continuity, not the thermal fuse. Place the wire, move on. The next test we're going to do is check the heating element. Now, if you've got a meter that does low ohms readings, you can use that for this. We don't have one that does low ohms, so we're just going to use continuity. We're going to take one wire off. We've removed this wire off the heating element. We should see a continuity reading between 8 and 10. And we've got no continuity in our heating element, which means we've got a break in our heating element, and that's the reason we're not heating. With the heating element removed, you can start scanning for a break. Mine's real simple. Right here at the solder. I ordered a new heating element, but for the time being, I just went ahead and soldered that end. I put everything back together, and boom, just like that, we're heating again, and I'm going to have clean underwear. On to the next project.